must bring control.
No kidding.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today is Wednesday, June 21st, the first day of summer. Woohoo! But I'm not here to vlog about the first day of summer. I'm here to get back to my Star Wars vlogs. I'm going to be doing 2 today, and it's going to be touching on the best and the worst of the original trilogy. Now, as a disclaimer, I am not including anything from the special edition in this, not because I hate the special edition, but because there's things about the special edition that I love, things that are okay, and things that I don't like. But I'm not going to get into the special edition right now. I generated enough heat and have enough regret talking down on the prequels. Yes, they have their problems, but I've always enjoyed watching them. So here are the Clumsy Jedi's 5 worst things about the original trilogy. Getting started with number 5, the aging effects in episode 4. Granted, it was 1977, they were attempting effects that had never been done before, almost impossible to even pan with a spaceship in frame. People had done compositing before, but it was very complicated. Blue screen was still in its infancy. Computer technology and compositing was still in its infancy. It was very, very difficult effects to do. That being said, things like the space battles have not aged very well in the original edition of episode 4. The spaceship seemed to be crawling across frame, and Han Solo's maneuvers were just listing lazily to the left, as it was pointed out in the Family Guy special Blue Harvest. So that's one thing that does not look as good as it used to. Number 4, Lightsaber Inconsistencies. This is more a continuity problem than anything else, but there are a lot of inconsistencies with the lightsabers, especially in New Hope. Again, this is a time when these were brand new effects, nobody had ever done it before, they were trying to figure out exactly how to do it. Several of the most glaring consistencies with lightsabers in the original trilogy are in New Hope. Luke's lightsaber kept changing color. At one point it looked light green, most of the time it looked pale blue, sometimes it looked just plain white. That was more a post-production problem than a production problem. The other problem with the lightsabers in New Hope is the fact that when Ben sliced the arm off of Ponda Baba, the big walrus-like character in the cantina, when you saw the severed arm, it was bleeding. It is firmly established in every other movie that a lightsaber cauterizes a wound immediately. So that's an inconsistency that it just bugs me every time I see it. Number 3, stormtroopers can't shoot. Now, as a disclaimer, I have put on a stormtrooper helmet before. See the picture there?
So you see, I know from experience, you literally cannot see a thing when you put on a stormtrooper helmet.
You look down, you can't even see your feet, which is why stairs are a nightmare for 501st guys. But the line that makes it seem very, very pathetic, that stormtroopers can't hit the broadside of a bantha, is the line that Obi-Wan says where only Imperial stormtroopers are so precise. No, they're not precise at all. They can't hit anything. They seemed fairly accurate at the very beginning of New Hope because the Rebel fleet troopers were dropping like flies. Every other time we see them, they miss badly. So there you go. So much for the efficiency of the Empire. Number 2, Leia kissing Luke. That has got to be one of the most cringeworthy moments in the entire Star Wars saga. After you know what's going on between Luke and Leia, that they're actually twins. Granted, they didn't know it at the time, and the only reason Leia did it was to make Han jealous, but that doesn't make it any less of a shudder moment. George Lucas did not know at the time that Luke and Leia were siblings. He knew that Luke had a sister somewhere in the galaxy, but he hadn't decided to make it Leia until Return of the Jedi. See, most of the story was sort of make it up as you go along and fix everything along the way. He's got rewrite-itis. He has to keep tweaking things because he keeps changing his mind, or he doesn't like the way something turned out, or he just wants to make it better and better and better and better. I'm imagining that was something of a family joke for a while, or they were just so embarrassed that they never brought it up. Knowing Han Solo, though, he may have decided to tease them with it for a while. I dare anybody to watch episode 5 after seeing episode 6 without going, ew! Okay, finally, the #1 worst thing about the original trilogy is, drumroll please, Leia's memories of her mother. Now, granted, this was also mentioned as the #1 worst thing about the prequel trilogy, but that's because it is the #1 worst thing about Star Wars, the biggest, most glaring inconsistency there is, at least in my opinion. You see, Leia mentioned in episode 6, when Luke had asked her about her mother, her real mother, because Leia apparently knew that she was adopted.
She was very beautiful, kind, but sad.
Someone mentioned on my worst things about the prequel trilogy that George had originally planned in episode 3 for Leia to live with Padme for a short while as a small child that would legitimize those memories of her. But then, apparently he changed his mind and had Padme die in childbirth. What? Are you kidding me? How in the heck can Leia remember her mom that passed away literally 2 minutes after she was born? And like I said in the prequel trilogy video, Luke was the only one who was even, touched by his mom. She reached over and touched his arm a little bit. And Leia was just held by the delivery droid in the operating room, if you will. If anything, it would make more sense for Luke to have memories of his mother. If it was the Force, why wouldn't Luke have memories of his mother at all? Why would Leia have memories of her mother? There has to be something where she saw pictures of Padme and her adoptive parents told her about her that would sort of plant false memories in her head to the fact that she thought, oh yeah, I do remember my mom, even though it makes no sense at all. So there you go, guys. Those are the top 5 worst things about the original trilogy. Don't go anywhere, because coming up next, I'm going to be going through the top 10 best things about the original trilogy. If you think I missed anything going through the worst things of the original trilogy, post a comment below. But as always, keep it clean. I have a niece and nephews who watch these videos, and I want to keep things clean for them. If you like these videos and want to see more like them, go ahead and click that little red subscription button below. I appreciate all the new subscribers that are rolling in now. I'm getting pretty excited about it. I don't know how many I'm going to have by the end of the year, but it's going to be a lot more than I thought. But as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, this is the Clumsy Jedi signing off. Bye, guys!